Hello everyone, you are watching Safety First, and in this video we will learn how to identify hazard from an industry. Here we will discuss three examples from industry uh, for procedure and requirement, how to make IG report. I have made a video earlier. The link is given in description of this video. You can watch that video to understand how to make IG2 report, what are the requirements for IG2 reports, and the methodology of IG2 report. In this video we will discuss some industrial examples and we'll discuss how to identify hazards for a particular industry. So guys, let's start. The first example is I have chosen a recycling plant. It's maybe plastic recycling, glass recycling, or any sort of other recycling plant. The major steps I have mentioned here for a recycling process, that is a collection, cleaning, sorting, cutting and shredding and reprocessing. So guys, how we can find hazards from these processes. So in this table I have explained things. For first, that is collection. From collection we can find out lifting and turning hazards, and hazard category is also defined in the table, you can see. And it's hazard number 1. We have to complete minimum 10 hazards from 5 specific categories to pass IG2 report. So I have mentioned the categories and number of hazards. In this example for recycling plant, I have taken 12 hazards. There may be options to get more, but I think 12 hazards are enough to pass our IG report exam. So when we are collecting, for example, recycling of plastic bottles, you have to lift and turn it down into plant. So it's a lifting and turning hazard. The second process of this plant is cleaning. And cleaning, you will find ACM material hazard. There are number of ACM materials you can check from Google. It's maybe vinyl floor, it's maybe some safety gloves pieces, or some plastic pipe pieces, etc. You can see the list for ACM materials. There are number of ACM materials. So here we will not go in deep to discuss ACM materials, but we generally discuss hazards for an industry. So second number hazard is ACM material. Third number is industrial and household chemical, including motor oil, mercury containing thermometer, solvent, and batteries. These are chemical and biological health hazards. While cleaning, while you gather material for recycling, this may contain in this recycling material. Number 4 is dead and rotting animals such as squirrels, cats, and dogs that climbed into containers looking for food and got stuck. This is general workspace issue. Number 5 is, you can see, biohazards such as rotting food waste, used diapers, animal feces, and diseases causing pathogens. These are chemical hazards, while in raw material it may contains. So next process is sorting. In sorting, you can see sharp objects such as broken glass, nails, sharp metal, and wood shards. That is general workspace issues. Use hypodermic needles. These are general workspace issues you can find. In the next process is cutting and shredding. In this entanglement in nibs and blades, this is work equipment hazard. And number 9 is entanglement for unexpected movement during maintenance and cleaning. This is work equipment. And the last process of recycling is reprocessing. In reprocessing, it's high temperature hazards. There may be fire due to circuit, any short circuit, or any other cause, any other maybe cause for fire, like flammable objects and number 12 is electricity. So guys, if we choose recycling plant for our risk assessment, here you can see if we have chosen 12 hazards from uh, almost 6 or 7 categories. So the purpose of making video is to explain you how to identify hazards from a specific industry for which you are going to make your IG2 reports. Guys, you can make a risk assessment for recycling plant there for any category of your option, like recycling bottles plant, recycling of uh, extra a plastic and something else. You can write risk assessment using these 12 hazards for any recycling plant. So now we have another example, that is stone crushing plant, or you can even see a crushing plant. Here I have shown a overview of crushing plant. There is a vibrating feeder, jaw crusher, impact crusher, belt conveyor, vibrating screen. So we will discuss hazard for each and everything. So if we start from the vibrating feeder, and number one hazard is fall from height, and number two is dust, number three is moving vehicles, and in these three categories of hazard also covered. If we came over jaw crusher, there is noise, uh, this is and there is spilled stones. So if we come at the impact crusher, the number 6 is heat and unexpected movement, that is work equipment. So guys, four categories are covered in our 7 hazards. If 8, we can see electricity. So this is 5. Our minimum criteria is completed for 5 categories in our 8 hazards. So number 9 is conveyor belt. So drawing in conveyor belt, this is work equipment hazard. And number 10 is vibration. So you can see for crushing plant we have discussed 10 hazards from 5 specific categories. That is the minimum requirement for IG report. You can and modify this risk assessment hazards to any crushing plants. It's not specific stone crusher. You can use these hazard for any other crushing plant and can make your IGT reports. So guys, here is another example for floor mill. So these are the steps to make floor from floor mill, that is wheat, vibrating separator, wheat brusher, wheat floor mill, plan sifter, purifier, packing machine, floors in bags. So we will discuss hazards for these stages. So here guys, we have to number these hazard. If number 1 is wheels, heavy lifting and turning, it's number 1. And number 2, we have moving vehicles. So we have 2 hazards, and we have also covered 2 categories. If we come to vibrating separator, there is vibration. So we have covered 3 hazards and also 3 hazards categories. And number 4 is for vibrating separator, entanglement and nibs is work equipment. So we have covered 4 categories in our 4 hazard. So if we come to wheat pressure, there is noise. So and number 6 is dust. We have covered 6 hazard with 4 categories. So if we come to floor mill, plan sifter and purifier, these 3 stages, we have number 6 heat, number 7 electricity, number 8 fire. So for number 7 electricity, our hazard categories types are 4 and fire is 5. Here we have a completed minimum 5 categories is a requirement in our 8 hazards. So if we come to packing machine, there is folding and sealing mechanism hazard, that is equipment hazard, it's number 9. If come to the final process of floor bags, so it's a loading unloading hazards. So guys, here we have explained 10 hazards for floor mill plant. You can do same for a cement plant, for any other plant, for a cookies manufacturing plant. So using the same methodology, I think you have now you will have an idea how to pick hazard, how to identify hazard for a specific industry you are going to make a IG2 report. So guys, keep connected. I will discuss almost 20 examples on the same way for 20 industries. So keep watching. Thank you very much. Please subscribe my channel for further videos and information, and give me suggestion in your comments. Thank you very much. Thanks. Bye.